Hi, welcome to Bedtime Terror, the show where I watch a scary movie before bed and let you know how I think I'm going to sleep. My name is Bobby, and we are in the midst of spooky season. And tonight, I'm going to be reviewing the 2016 indie slasher, The Barn. Let's get into it. So, The Barn, although it is a newer movie that just came out in 2016, it is a retro, like future nostalgic type movie. It's set in 1989. And in fact, our first scene opens in 1959. So, it kind of has that like retro throwback homage thing, similar to Stranger Things if you're into, the late 80s. So, with that in mind, it definitely plays up a lot of tropes. It's about a group of seniors in this tiny little town who are told to not go to this one particular barn on the outskirts of the little town, and one of the rules is you can only go trick-or-treating at houses that have a lit jack-o'-lantern on the porch. And one of the teenage boys who works at the fun house for the scare house for the holiday, is being pressured by the adults and everyone around him to just grow up already. They are going to graduate from high school soon. He's way too old to be trick or treating and celebrating Halloween and stuff like that. So he convinces his friends, since they will be graduating very shortly, for them to go to this concert, this like rock show, and just have one last Halloween together before they are officially grown up and have to go their separate ways after high school. And essentially, they wake up. The demons in this cellar trapped in this barn that come out on on Halloween night. If you don't follow the rules of Halloween. And so essentially, this is a slasher movie. We get three slashers for the price of one. And it's really pays a lot of homages, satires, those like really late 80s, early 90s B-rated type slashers that you probably would have just seen at your local rental and like picked up um, because of the cover type thing. It is an indie movie, so it's like actually well produced, and the saving grace of this movie is the the practical effects. Like they actually have a lot of good practical effects. The blood and gore is pretty good for it being an indie low budget movie. It's produced well uh, with that budget as well. Um, I don't know if the acting was bad and stilted on purpose, again, because it is playing on, B rated slashers of the late 80s and early 90s, or that was just the actors and their capability. Um, Again, I happened to notice that, because this was the type of film it is, there's of course just one token black person, and of course they're the first to die. And I already knew it as soon as I saw them. I was like, okay, so here we go for done. So yeah, which of course, like, it is definitely one of those type movies. So the best way I would recommend watching it is to watch this with your friends. If you're going to, have a horror movie marathon for Halloween, throw this on with the playlist for you and your friends, because otherwise it's not really a good movie. On a scale of 1 to 5, I probably generously give it a 2.5, and again, that's because of the gore and the practical effects that they were able to do with having a small budget. Um, and it's pretty well produced. I can't tell what was supposed to be purposely bad and just what happened to be bad. So maybe that's a good thing, maybe it's not. But I think this is the type of movie that would be really fun to watch with friends. Make a drinking game out of it. You will definitely have a blast. The type of movie that you just like crack jokes and not really pay attention to until you're like, oh wow, okay, they're hacking people now, and it's getting good and grisly. Um, because it's really, other than that, it's really not that good of a movie, despite only being an hour and 28 minutes. It feels like it drags on if you're actually paying attention to the story, which, I mean, the concept of it actually is really cool. But again, with a lot of these movies, cool concepts, questionable execution. But yeah, check out the movie if you like to. As always, completely free of ads and completely free for you to watch here on YouTube. The link will be down in the description below. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and pass this on to your friends that are into horror, and trying to get into spooky season spirit too. And until next time, guys, sleep tight.